Video is going to teach you how to create and submit a change using the new ConnectWise change management service board for Auckland. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do in ConnectWise is browse to the company that we're making the change for, and you can either do this in your favourites or some other part down in contacts or the like here. In my case, I've put it in favourites. I'm doing it for company XYZ, which is my test company. So I search for them and I'm brought to the company tab, as you can see in front of me now. Now, the request for the RFC form in ConnectWise has been created via configuration. And what we need to do is go and create a new configuration, and then from this configuration we need to go and create a service ticket on the change management board, and that will work us through the process right through to the point that we've submitted the change to the customer. So what we do is we go to the configuration tab, and we now create a new configuration for this customer. So we click on new item, which is here, and as you can see, we're now at the new configuration tab. So what we need to do now is we need to drop down, use the drop down box, and we need to find Auckland request for change. And what you'll notice happens is that a customized change form will appear below us. So what you see here now is customizable questions for each aspect of the change that we need to record for this particular piece of work. Now what I'm going to the first thing we have to do to be able to save this is we need to put a name for the change in here. So in this case, I'm going to call it Exchange 2007 Upgrade. And at this point, we can save the change, the configuration item, should I say. We want it to be for our Spark test user, which I've got here. So we select him as the user. And any other information that we can fill in here around warranty, etc., can be useful, but this top section is not necessarily the most important part of the change. At this point, we go through and we complete each of these particular questions, which is basically a customized form, and has been derived from a combination of the previous customized change form that we had for each customer. So in this case, I'm going to leave it very simple. This is a test, this is a test, this is a test, as this is just taking you through the machinations of actually how to get to the end of the change. Now, importantly, if something is not applicable or there's an answer that's not required, please put NA into this particular field, and so on and so on until we get to the end of the particular form. Now, at this point, we save the configuration item. Now what we need to do is attach this configuration item to a ticket, and there's a very, very easy way to do that. So what we do is we come up here and we click New Service Ticket, and what you'll see is that ConnectWise creates a new service ticket with this configuration item attached to it. And what you can see is Spark Test User XYZ Auckland, and the name of the change has come in here to the summary field. Now what we need to do is we need to select the Auckland Change Management Service Board, and you'll see some default settings come through, and at that point we can save the change in the service ticket. At this point we need to apply a service template to ensure that we pull down all the processes and tasks that we need to do to complete the change. So this little button up here, which looks like a protractor, applies a standard service template for change management. We come in here, we select Auckland our standard RFC, and what we want to do is we want to attach the internal analysis and the tasks of this particular service template. And as you see, once we apply it, there's a couple of things that are going to happen. The first thing here is that down here you'll see a link to Central Desktop, which has full instructions for the completion of the RFC. Up here in tasks, save that. Up here in tasks, you'll see that there's a total of 15 tasks that we need to work through to complete this change. This ensures that people are accountable for what we do, and we follow a consistent process every time. We come back to the ticket, and at this point we add the resources that we're going to use in this particular change. In this case I'm going to add myself, and as I'm not scheduled for any time I don't have to add that yet, and I might add Harish. Again, not scheduled for any particular time, and very confusing assigned notice. What this now means, as I've created resources in the change, is that I can come up to tasks here and I can allocate tasks to particular people. So if I come in here, I'll get myself to do that one, I'll get Harish to do this one, and so on and so on and so on. As you can see, is that we've been allocated these tasks. By the time we've worked through all these tasks, we've undertaken all the aspects that need to be undertaken on a consistent basis to complete the task, to complete the change. Okay. Obviously, as we go through and resolve these tasks, we come through and we put what we've done in here, and we click on the Done checkbox here, save that, and that will drop off down to being a completed task down here. So what we've got at the moment is we've got a service ticket in which our time can be put against, and is a full record of all the activity that's taken place in the change, and we've got a completed configuration form. Now the form does not need to be completed the first time you create it. You can go in through and edit it now. Okay, I come in here, I'll see all the RFCs and other configurations that we have for this customer. But in this case, it's this one that's attached, so I come in here. Now this is the form that we want to send to the customer. To do that, we're going to use closed loop, which means that we email the customer out of ConnectWise, and they will receive an attachment which details the full details of the change. Now to do this, we do the only piece that's outside of ConnectWise. We have to create ourselves a PDF document, and to do that we click on Print Report here, and we save. We save the document, and if we need to, stop. And that there is now ready to be sent to the customer. So if we save that, we'll click back, and we'll go back into the ticket, front page of the ticket, and here's how we communicate via closed loop communication. We click on this particular clock here, which creates a time entry. We come up here, we check all the details. In this case, we know that it is awaiting customer approval, so we change the status as we can here, and we'd attach the change up here, exchange upgrade, attach, and in here we'd write a note that would be as effectively the same as an email. Here, Spark, can you please approve the RFC attached? We can then schedule it in as agreed. Okay, thanks. Current. Now, as we don't have closed loop turned on by default, we need to come up here and we just tick that tick box, and that means that Spark Test User will receive this email. They'll receive the attachment, which we can see there, and we've attached via this thing here. We can see that we're awaiting customer approval, and we can see that we have written this particular email to Spark. So we save that, and then we close it. Okay, and there's the communication that we've had with the customer. Now, I come up here. Now I want to log in as Spark. Here we we go, Spark test, sign in, and all going well, I should have a new email which has been submitted. In this case, can you please approve the RFC attached? We can schedule it in as agreed. And come in here, open up the PDF, and we've got full details of the change. Now in this case, because it's a demo that works, I am going to reply back to us, and I'm going to say, hi, Rich, please proceed as planned. And send that, and then back into here. Can take a few seconds sometimes. You can see that we've had confirmation from the user that we can now undertake change as planned. The other thing here is to keep entering your time against the particular ticket, and then that obviously that will be captured and billed for or put the contract, whatever is required. You can see that we've got the configuration here, which is the Exchange 2007 upgrade. There's the record of the change, and in here we've got the various documents as they come backwards and forth. So that is the basics on how to create a change request in ConnectWise. As stated, a service board is very flexible. This is a process that is customizable and shall develop over time. So if anyone has any suggestions on how we could make it improve, that would be very good.